All right,
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I'm gonna count us off there.
3, 2, 1, go!
What up? Welcome to another episode of Necro Electric. I'm your host, Sean D. Sour Candy Skellington. This is my sour candy stealing wife, Kylie.
It's half mine.
And we've got my phone ringing.
This is what, the second week in a row?
We've got Jordan Hector Fernandez.
Hector?
That doesn't even make sense.
I was not sure where you were going to go with that. I was like, it's either going to be Full Moon or Scream or something.
Hector.
I don't know.
Hector, because her last name, last time I thought it was Esmeralda.
Was it was it Esmeralda last time?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. He's just going to go through all the names that sound vaguely Hispanic.
Today we have a very special guest. She's a tarot card reader.
Yoga instructor.
She's a yoga
That's true.
instructor.
And a bartender.
Yes, that's true also.
And a server of beverages.
Jack of all trades. Master of none.
Timbrel. Did I say it correctly?
Yes.
Timbrel. I actually did it. What's your last name?
I don't have one.
You don't have, you're like Madonna?
Yes, I'm just Timbrel.
What
Timbrel.
is Madonna's last name?
She doesn't have
Nobody
one. She
knows.
doesn't need one.
Huh. I never thought about it.
She doesn't need one.
If this is your first time watching this shiznit, hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on Facebook,
Share it.
We like to break the ice with our new guests. And
She looks so excited. Look at her.
due to popular demand, people have been digging the shit you don't want to know.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to continue with shit you don't want to know.
Okay.
Oh, is this the new thing they gave you?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool.
That's from Modern Savage. It was
Yes.
a gift for paying tribute to Mikey Man.
What do you do with that?
You stab somebody in the neck with it.
Or wherever you want to stab
we
them.
have lots of primal weapons
Yeah.
handmade by the
There's one right
captain
above your
himself.
head, too.
We have bone axes.
Yeah.
Not this guy.
Not the handcuffs, no.
Not that guy. It's for other pleasure.
Yeah, that's the kinky zombie guy. All right, did you guys know that polar bears, though cute, are the only bear species that actively hunt and kill humans for food?
I did not know.
Really?
Yeah, puts his twist on the Polar Express, huh?
They're cute, though.
They are very
Until they
cute.
fucking maul your face off.
Yeah, but they're dying. They're dying
Because they
because
don't have enough humans to eat.
Yeah.
no, because they don't have anywhere to live. Their home is melting.
Just kidding
Yeah.
about the
Their
humans
home is
part.
melting.
Yeah, it's not good.
Your home is melting.
Oh, I hope not.
Did you guys know that I'm chewing candy?
Jesus Christ.
That every cruise ship has a morgue because almost every cruise ship somebody dies.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been on a cruise. That's weird.
Dying on a cruise.
He's
Down the wrong
next.
pipe. Went down the wrong pipe. Give me
Are
the
you
morgue.
serious?
Pause.
Every?
Really?
I don't know what's going on.
They're very
But
popular.
how? I want to know how.
Who keeps calling you?
Because it's all fucking scam home shit.
You just bought a house. Here's some shit.
Let us insure it. Who's your insurance? Yeah, nearly almost every cruise. That so much so that they had to install morgues into them.
I just want to know
Is
how.
there like a common way people are dying?
Yeah, it's all elderly people that fucking go on these cruises and croak.
Oh, everything makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes, they're doing it because they'd rather. Yeah.
Yeah,
In
And
my
a lot
mind-
I think my
of-
dad
a lot of
said that
people
he wanted to, like,
they
go
when they
out.
know they're terminal, they'll go on a trip. The last ride.
Dang.
I'm just gonna create a cruise ship, the suicide. Just name it SS Suicide, and if you're feeling a little
Jesus,
sad,
so dark, dude.
I did get it.
hey, whatever, whatever.
Did you guys know that if you grab a brain in its natural state, it'll fall apart? When you see scientists pick up a brain, it's because they added chemicals to it.
Oh,
really?
I
that's
thought that was kind of cool.
good to know.
It's like falls apart like ramen.
I mean,
I
I
would guess.
don't
Like
have personal
intestines?
experience.
Yeah.
but it
Like
says
that?
it falls apart.
Yeah.
Really? I thought you meant like the hemispheres would like fall.
I would imagine
You
it
mean,
would.
Like literally
Yeah,
would
like
be
literally
like
falls
ramen.
apart.
That's why
I wanna touch
did
a
not
brain
know that
now.
at all.
Me too.
Because like in movies, like it's always like this solid thing. But
Yeah.
I thought that was neat.
It's all a lie. Everything is a lie.
Another lie is like when you
Whole
see, like in the movies, like a dead body will have long fingernails. Fingernails don't grow after you die.
What? I thought
I thought they.
Hair
I
does.
heard that-
Hair does, but fingernails don't.
Oh, I thought that they like. Well, okay,
Your
that makes
hair
sense.
still grows?
Yeah.
Well, what I learned though is that it's not growing. It's like your skin is restricting so much that it like pushes the hair out, like the hair follicles. So that's why they say it grows, but it's not really growing. It's just being pushed out.
Whatever's already under the surface is just coming to the surface. Got it.
Yeah.
Gross.
Do you got it?
Got it.
And then one last one. This one's for all you broads. You guys gotta step up your games to improve your health, because orgasms can lower a woman's risk of heart disease, stroke, breast cancer, and depression.
Oh.
I'm good to go.
Same.
I will live
So if you're
So
feeling
we're all
down,
okay on that.
DJ diddle it out.
Self-care.
I still think we should get the doctor that comes back and has like a sex machine, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm feeling crazy today.
Feeling manic
Yeah,
today.
she probably missed
Okay.
that episode, but yeah, back in the day in the 50s, for hysteria in women, doctors would put you in the stirrups and basically just get you off.
Yeah.
And it would calm you down.
Yeah, their husbands be like, my wife is scatterbrained, like she can't concentrate, and she's a little emotional, doc. Can you help her out? And he's like, oh yeah. So
I got
basically,
it.
just like,
Yeah.
yeah. She comes home and she's like, I love you. Let me cook you some dinner.
Oh my gosh.
Meanwhile, she makes 6 doctor's appointments that week.
Jeez.
Ah.
So tell us a little bit about you, Timbrel. How'd you get into tarot card reading?
I don't know. I guess I've always been like a little bit psychic, and my mom is like extraordinarily psychic, but she
You got the gift.
yeah. And then
How would you know that you were psychic? Like what kind of medium?
well, okay, like for example, even when I was like a teenager, I would think of someone, and then they would call me, like within a day or so, and you know what I mean. Like I would know, and then I started noticing it was such a pattern that I would know. Like I would think of someone, and I'd think, oh well, I guess I'm going to hear from them. And this is like,
Do you think you're projecting or do you think you're predicting?
I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure. I even wondered because literally yesterday morning when I was getting ready for work, I was like, I really want to have a podcast. I think it would be really fun because I've been listening to podcasts lately. And then I walked into the store today and I was
Here
like,
you are.
I was like, did I manifest this or am I being psychic again? I don't know. So I don't know. That is a good question. But then tarot card readings, I've done readings for Kylie. And was
Amazing.
Was I projecting?
No.
Or was I reading?
You were reading.
Yeah. So, and then we also had our healer circle, and I don't know, one of the girls there said that I was like, I don't know. I don't want to get weird. It's just like, I don't know. It's a gift that I have. And I'm not really sure. My mom has it too.
We're all about it.
My mom knew
don't
like
feel weird.
within a day when I had like lost my virginity.
Really?
Even. Yes.
She knew?
Yes.
Walk
She
by.
knew I had been with that boyfriend for like a year.
Yeah.
For over a year.
Yeah.
And she never ever had asked. And then I had like, finally.
Yeah.
First time.
But wait a minute though. Like, did you come in like, "Hey, mom, woo! Like today's a great day."
I
Like
was like, let me cook you dinner.
singing, dancing. She's like, "Oh, this broad got laid for sure."
Yeah, that must have been it. No, I don't know. But she like knew. And so I don't know. I think it probably, can it run in your family? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
absolutely.
sure.
Gifts
So-
can be passed down, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I think, have you done like some of your lineage or anything? Like
No.
anyone
haven't.
beyond your mom who might have like other gifts?
You
I
might
don't
be
know.
surprised.
Yeah.
That would be kind of cool to know. But no,
Yeah.
I haven't done anything. I don't
think
know
it'd be
anything.
interesting.
Yeah. Me too. I think it would
Jordan's
be really interesting.
related to the Loch Ness monster.
No, I'm pretty sure I just have a bunch of old white preachers in my family, and I'm the one that's breaking the generational curse by being like, I'm a witch. And they're like, oh shit.
Like the ones that wear the white suits and are all hot and sweaty all the time.
Oh, well, I mean,
Serpents.
no, that's a little more extreme than my family really did. But we definitely had like what they call them, gospel meetings, which is basically a revival, except it's just in a church building and you're all singing incessantly, and then there's a special guest preacher who comes and teaches everybody something we've all heard a million times before. But yeah, so that's what I love
watching the I forgot what they have a name for it, but the ones that they used to pop up the tents, but they'll run over and be like, "You're healed."
Oh yeah.
They just drop them.
Evangelicals.
Yeah, those people are.
Like, "You're healed," and they'll be like, "Oh my god!"
Nuts.
Flying on the floor.
No, that wasn't our brand of church.
I probably would have liked church if they did that at mine.
Yeah.
That would have been wild. Been like, hell yeah.
Make Sean the snake wrangler.
Right.
Going around with all the snakes. I'm healed. Let the snake bite you. It'll heal you.
Are you into serial killer stuff at all?
Well, I mean, like, I really like knowing about that kind of stuff because it's so fascinating to me, because I'm like, wow, what the fuck is happening in that brain? It is like genuinely fascinating. Sorry about my phone. And but then it felt like really bad vibey. Like I was like inviting bad vibes. So
I think it's educational. Like I've watched so many things on Jim Jones.
How is it educational? For what purpose?
Because like growing up, like even members of my family would watch the evangelicals on TV.
Mm-hmm.
And they were into it. And then you watch the Jim Jones stories, and you see, because he was doing all that shit, and then he would go and put dyed meat in people's mouths, like plant them into the thing, and they'd say, "Oh, right here, you got a tumor. Stand up, Tim. We're gonna get rid of that tumor." And he had all these people, and like they'd come over and they'd spit the meat into his hand.
Yeah.
And all these people, oh my god, you know. And it's like when you get to see behind the curtain, it's like, you know, then you get to see like the people that just eat it up, and you're like, okay.
What's sad is that like he started out really genuinely wanting to help people, because he
for equality.
Yeah, because he had, you know, he would take over people's bills. He would buy their houses so they didn't have to worry about mortgages. He had these, he would start these kitchens where people could get free meals, and so he had this whole idea to be this, all about equality and helping those in need, and then it turned into this horror story where almost 1,000 people died. So it's,
I don't know if you know his whole story, but he ended up he basically bought land. It was in Puerto Rico.
No, it was South America.
Somewhere in South America.
Yeah,
they call it
Jonestown.
Yeah, Jonestown. And he basically like got hooked on cocaine and all these different drugs.
Yeah,
and he used to wear glasses all the time, so you couldn't tell.
Because he was so strung out all the time that he
had
wore
millions and millions of dollars. But he built Jonestown, which was just like huts, and he had all the people. He shipped everybody from the United States, his whole congregation. Like I think it was like 800 something people,
936 or something like that.
Something like that. And then when a governor and some U.S. officials started coming and inspecting it, because people like weren't coming back, weren't sending letters, and the letters they were getting seemed weird, and there was all kinds of complaints and everything. So they ended up, the official got shot at the airport, and then he was so hopped up on drugs, and he had told them that like everybody, like the United States was going to come and kill everybody and take their children, and we have to kill ourselves before they come. And he made what they call like the Jim juice or whatever.
Yeah,
and it was just
Drink
Kool-Aid with arsenic.
No.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
It's not Kool-Aid. It's Flavor Aid.
Expression comes from.
Yeah, but it wasn't Kool-Aid. It was Flavor Aid.
Yeah.
Oh.
People they couldn't afford Kool-Aid apparently, so they got Flavor Aid.
Oh my god! How unfortunate.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
It's a crazy story.
It is
Where do you watch this
crazy.
on, like Hulu or something? How do you guys know?
There's
about
documentaries all over
there's
I mean, I
tons of
listen to podcasts too, so that's how
Yeah.
I know about it. But yeah,
It was huge in the early 80s.
That's
crazy.
I freaked out. Well, I don't know if I freaked him out, but I was working at Stay Classy, and this person, for whatever reason, they brought up BTK, and I was like, "Oh yeah, BTK, let's talk about him." And he was like, "Okay." I was like,
serial killer.
Never mind, never
He
mind.
was like very sadistic.
Yeah.
Sean almost committed a murder today.
Oh yes, please tell that story, please.
What happened?
You get me in trouble.
No, I'm not.
Well, I mean, we
Did you actually do it?
Nobody's dead. Nobody's dead.
So there's a guy who's been stalking Kylie. And
Why is no one dead yet?
I know, right?
And she complained to me. And then the next day he showed up and he overtly pulled a taser on me.
What?
I was outside wrapping up a pallet. And he comes up and he's like, "Oh, I know your wife," or whatever. And then it dawned on me, "Oh, this is the fucking weirdo from the other day."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Look at this." And he had like a purple taser. He's like, "This could drop a big guy like you."
What?
And then I was like, "Really?" And I was cutting stuff off a pallet, so I had a butterfly knife. And I was like, "Yeah, and this will go right in your fucking neck," you know? And then he was like, "Okay, cool, later." And then he got in his car and left.
Okay, cool.
And then he's just been kind of like stalking the parking lot here and there, waiting for her to
He's
be
come
alone.
in like twice, 2 or 3 times after that.
And every time, it's always when I'm gone, and it takes me 12 minutes to get here. So it's, you know. And then she basically tricked him into going outside, locked the door, our friends.
Well, yeah, the last time he came in was like 3 days ago. He brought me homemade cupcakes that just looked disgusting and melted. And he's like, "I know you're hungry." I was like, "Actually, I'm not." So he's like, "Okay, you have a trash?" I was like, "Yeah, outside." As soon as he walked outside, I locked the door behind him.
Yeah. And then before that, like, same kind of thing. She tricked him into going outside, and then our friends came over and told him to fuck off. And he said a bunch of derogatory shit about her and all this kind of stuff. And I've been trying to get a hold of him. And he pulled up one time when me and my son were in the truck, but there was a UPS truck, like, blocking. And he pulled around real slow, and I was like, "Is that him?" And then I started running towards that car, and he peeled off and took off. And by the time I got in my truck and got up to the hill, he had just, like, recklessly just driven, because, you know, it's a blind hill.
Right.
Just recklessly drove into the traffic, and I had to wait. And then he was gone by the time I got to the hill. And then he came in again. That was the cupcake time, was the next time. And then, you know, I've just... Yeah, so I've had to, like, start working days and stuff, not leaving her here. And then today we closed on our house, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going to go get a sandwich or whatever." And I went up to the top, and I started coming down the hill, and he pulled out of our parking lot again, right in front of me. And I'm like, "Motherfucker." There he is, dude. I got it. And I was like, it sucks, too, because I was so happy, because we just, like, went through this whole house thing. We finally closed. I was
Yay,
like,
closing on our house.
yeah. I just wanted to be happy and get my sandwich, but I was like, nah. I'm going to take care of this today. So then I pulled on the side of him, and I was like, "Pull over." And then he was like, because he's been, like, avoiding me, obviously. And he put his little hat on, and then he just ran the light and took off, like, fucking as fast as he could, zigzagging down Bosque Boulevard. And then I just floored it, you know, and I was doing the same thing as legally as I can. And then we got to a stoplight, and I took a picture of his car.
Yeah.
So I would have, like, the info. And then he, you know, recklessly took off again, and then he got all the way down to Staples over by Target.
Yeah.
And he got around a truck and then just did a hard 90 into the parking lot, trying to, like, avoid me. But I just went right up the thing. I was like, "Bro, you don't even know the extent of my recklessness." So I just cut right through that fucking curb and parking lot. And then he pulled into Staples, and I pulled behind him and blocked him in. And then he got out, and it looked like he was going to try to run into Staples, and I went around to block him. And then I had a conversation with him.
Very nice.
And told
Calm
him
conversation.
that essentially, if you fuck with my wife or my family, you know, there's going to be dire consequences. And
Tire.
And I took a picture of him in his car, and I told him, "I'm going to find out everything about you," which I have. I know your address. I know your phone number. I know your mother's address. I know
Which very safe conversation.
Yeah, Oscar, like, because I guess you were telling the Goon Squad about all of this, and so he was, like, showing me pictures, and I was like, "Oh my God, like, that is." I mean, I guess if it were me, I probably would do the same thing. But that's you know, it's a lot. That's a lot for, I don't know.
I mean,
it makes me like I'm like super protective of, like, Kylie, and I'm like, next time I'll go with them. I'm not very tough, but I can do something.
I mean, he's very lucky that there were cameras outside of Staples.
Yeah,
And I had to behave myself to a certain extent. Even though I look like the bad guy, there's tons of people around. And he was, he's a fucking coward, and he was like, oh, I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. And
Or he said, didn't he say, I didn't say it to her?
Yeah, I didn't say it to your wife or any of this and that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but it didn't matter. I was aggressive and got my point across.
Hopefully he
Good.
never comes back.
Yeah.
I hope so
Never
too.
comes back.
Damn.
For him, he better not. Because, like I said, I know literally everything, and I will come to your fucking front door. So,
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you have a protector like that, Kylie.
I know, right?
Thank you.
Actually, okay, my name is Timbrel. That's kind of an unfortunate name to have because of how unique it is. And my work, people, like, I come into contact with hundreds and hundreds of people.
you get like creeps.
Yes. And all they have to do,
Just look up
TIMB
Timbrel.
Ariel. That's it.
Yep.
My name isn't Ashley. My name,
Yeah.
it's not Stephanie.
It's easy to find.
Yeah.
Yes, I like almost want to have a stage name. Also, that sounds weird,
But not really.
But you know what I mean?
I think you should if it makes
Yeah.
you feel more comfortable,
Yeah,
honestly.
some people are really creepy.
Yeah.
And I don't. It's not fun to have people have like. I've literally had guys accidentally. That what they've done is accidentally tap on your Instagram picture.
Oh.
You know
Mm.
what I mean? But
Yeah.
they accidentally like a picture from 500,000 years ago. And I'm not
It was an
even-
accident.
Deep
Not even
dive.
your friend. Yeah, but I did wait on you yesterday.
Yeah.
This is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Change your name tag.
I know. Well, I don't have a name tag, but my
Oh,
name is on
good.
their fucking receipt.
Oh,
There is
really?
no avoiding it. Yeah.
That doesn't seem
I'm
safe.
like, my name is Sparkles.
So they even
Just call
said,
me
like,
Sparkles.
Oh my God, is your name on the receipt? Okay, here it is. Now I'm going to look it up on Instagram and scroll all the way to the bottom.
I know. Well, maybe they'll just because Timbrel. That's weird. That's not. What? Maybe it's just a random word on their receipt. It doesn't say like
Right.
your server was Timbrel or your bartender was Timbrel. It doesn't say that. It just says Timbrel, and that seems weird. So
Yeah.
maybe if I start introducing myself as Tiffany, they'll be like, "What is Timbrel?"
Or get away from the T's.
Yeah.
Courtney.
Be Courtney.
Yeah. I'll just be. Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, that creeps me out. Because I feel like on one hand, technology has made it difficult for people to be able to do a lot of horrible things to people. But
Yeah.
on the other hand, technology has helped people do horrible things to people.
Yes, man.
So
Horrible
it's
things.
it's like it's kind of, blessing and a curse, and you're just like, well, okay, well, now I don't feel like I can be safe anywhere. So great.
It is super creepy though to have. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, and this dude particularly, because like I've noticed that like around here, some people are misunderstood or have social like disorders. You know,
Yeah.
so sometimes, and I'm very reactive, and I've been very reactive in my earlier life, and I'm trying not to be like that because I have a son now, and you know,
Right.
and I'm trying not to go to jail or do anything.
Appreciate
It's a good
it.
call.
You know,
It's a good
so
call, Kylie. I appreciate it.
so I'm trying to like think before I react on a lot of situations. But so this dude originally, I thought, well, maybe he's just, maybe he's on the spectrum. Maybe he's just harmless,
Yeah.
but doesn't know how to fucking interact with people. But the fact that he was avoiding me, the fact that he was like parking at the other end of the fucking parking lot and driving around and just doing all this shady fucking shit.
Yeah.
And then running from me anytime he saw
run
me.
from you.
Yeah,
That was, it had to be done.
The red flag. Yeah, I think it's really good that you did, especially because now he knows that you know.
Yeah. And
Well,
I do
he's
fucking know.
He's known. I mean, the guy has known that Sean knows. I mean, it's not the first time that there's been any kind of. I mean, maybe the first time for a
Face-to-face
confrontation,
contact,
but
yeah.
but like,
But car chasing, not the first time.
yeah.
Yeah. But it's just, this is our home away from home. And
Right.
I don't want her to feel unsafe
Yeah.
coming here. You know what I mean? This is like what we enjoy. This is our livelihood. It's like, I don't want, and when I'm enjoying like time with my son and doing stuff, I don't want to have to fucking be like, oh shit, like I got to keep my phone like on full blast and I got to be ready to not be that far from the shop because I got to come chase this fucking guy. And like, it's just, I don't know,
You need
aggravating.
to not be on high alert constantly. That's exhausting emotionally.
Yeah.
I think it's sustainable. to
Yeah, I
constantly
hate
be on
walking
high
around.
alert.
I've got like pepper spray in my pocket. I've got knives hidden everywhere. I've got like
Well,
a
look
gun.
at-
I've got
Got a hatchet.
hatchets. Got,
Yeah.
I
Go
know.
for the throat, Kylie.
yeah.
Do we have time for an ad real quick?
Yeah. This episode is brought to you by Dark and Jury Clothing. Dark and Jury is an edgy fashion and lifestyle brand that embraces great design and unsurpassed quality. Dark and Jury has quickly gained a following amongst fans of the occult, horror, punk rock, heavy metal, and all-around free thinkers and retailers worldwide without shoving a preachy, trendy, or political message down your throat. So buy the best, fuck the rest, darkandjuryclothing.com.
Boom.
The other thing, too, is that you have an astounding amount of people who would come up here in a heartbeat to kill and or kick someone's ass. And I won't say names, but several people have offered burying him out where nobody could find him. So
actually,
there's
just saying,
several ways of hiding the body.
I mean, I'm giving this dude one last chance. I mean, all I have to do is post your information on fucking line. I can make your life fucking hell, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually being cool by not fucking doing it and just handling it myself. But keep fucking around.
Also, several people that we're friends with and also part of the Goon Squad are very large males that could easily hurt.
Squish you with
Squish.
their thumbs.
Exactly.
I don't even need anybody else.
I know.
But
Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah, that's funny.
So anyway, tell us about your yoga.
Breathe deeply.
Namaste.
Actually, I really do love yoga very much. We were doing like little get-togethers at some friends' houses fairly recently. I guess it's been a few months.
Yeah, it's been.
So it's not like general public. It's like clients.
No, I mean, clients, like private clients. I was working at like multiple studios, but when I moved out to Waco, excuse me, I didn't really get involved with any particular studio because I really didn't have the time to commit. Because that's something you have to really commit to if you're doing it every single week or multiple times a week. And I didn't have the time in my schedule, and so I was willing to like do blocks of time like at clients' homes, and that was really fun. But I have been teaching for like 10 years, and I freaking love yoga. It has saved my life, and it will save your life too.
Yoga, like, it's one of those things, like, when I was, like, younger, like, along with tarot card and all the other stuff, I was always like, I don't fucking see it, man. I don't see how, like, just doing stretches and stuff would make you lose weight and everything. But,
It does, though.
yeah, my buddy, he did it, and he lost a good 100 pounds.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's incredible. It's so fun. Actually, that was one of my favorite things about teaching yoga because I've taught like restorative and gentle classes, but my jam, what I really love to teach are power yoga classes. And it's so hilarious when people come in and they are like, okay, yoga.
Yeah.
And then I fucking hand them their asses. They're just like, what the fuck did you just do to me?
Yeah.
It's super fun. And I mean, not just to do that, but it is fun because you can constantly challenge yourself. You can constantly grow, and it's super fun. And plus, you're like getting stronger and more flexible. And
My buddy did hot yoga.
Yeah,
He said it
yeah,
was,
that's-
He said it was torture. But, like, you know, but he was a pretty chubby dude, and he went down to pretty skinny guy. So
I taught
Yeah.
hot yoga in studios for quite a few years. Oh, it's so much fun. It is so much fun, but like plus like the community, having a community of people that you're learning yoga with, because when you master something, everyone in the room who's been watching you not do it for weeks suddenly get it. They're cheering you on. And then when you see your bud finally get something that they've been working months to do, you get excited for them. It's like your own achievement. And so then it just becomes like this huge family. It's so fun. I love it so much. Yoga.
is it mostly chicks that you teach, or is there dudes? In
No,
there?
it was actually quite a good mix of chicks and dudes. It's really fun. I feel like not all dudes came in with pure motives.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell no. Because the chicks are wearing yoga pants.
Way, get out of
Put their
here.
ankles on their heads and shit.
Yeah, they didn't all have pure motives,
I
but
took yoga in college.
What happens
That's
if
what-
like if it, because dudes wear like shorts or sweats, right?
shorts, yeah.
Shorts.
Yeah.
So if they start like pitching a tent, like
Oh my God, let
Does
me
it
tell
happen?
you.
Has that happened?
Yes,
it's gotta happen, right?
Oh.
it has happened. So
There's a sea of yoga pants in front of you.
So my boyfriend, actually, I met him at the yoga studio.
pitched a
And
tent?
no. No, he didn't. Oh my God. No, he didn't. I don't think I would be able to say my boyfriend if he had. No, he also taught at the studio, and there was this time, and we were like not like affectionate physically, like at the studio, because we didn't want to be like weird or anything.
Yeah, you keep it professional.
Professional. And there was this time though that he specifically, when I was like greeting students, he was like leaving because he had just finished one of his classes from a different room, and he literally, like when I was greeting one student in, he like kissed me on my head and was like, "All right, bye, babe." And I was like, this is weird. That guy who I was greeting pitched a tent. I was like, how did you know?
Do it again.
I love head kisses. It's so sexy.
Not in that moment. He didn't do it in that moment. But definitely my point. He was very obviously like marking his territory.
Yeah.
Like, just so you know, she's taken.
Yeah.
And then I didn't understand it, but I did notice he did it. I was like, you definitely marked your territory here. Later, I was like, now I understand why.
Was that guy attractive? The tent pitcher?
Tent pitcher?
No. And it was super weird because there was this gay guy in the class, and he was like next to the guy who pitched the tent, and I didn't notice that the tent had been pitched. But the gay guy did.
Oh yeah.
The gay guy was like, "Oh, don't worry, it's totally normal." And I was like, "What? No.
No, not in a yoga class. Not in a yoga
It is
class.
normal if you've been thinking the thoughts you've been having."
I guess
Oh
so,
my
but God.
Yeah, super weird. And then there was this one dude, I swear to God, it did not matter who taught the class, in every Shavasana, which is the last pose that we went into, where you're just like lying down. Shavasana actually means corpse pose. And so you lie
cool.
down, it's your way to close the practice. Every single time we go into Shavasana.
Is that because he's thinking dirty things, or is that like you're just
It's
so
not
relaxed
excess.
and the blood is he's just dirty.
Major rager.
Man.
Major rager. Yeah.
Ron Burgundying it.
Yeah.
It's just the pleats.
Yeah, it was awful. And but I got to the point where I just like knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
So we just, and also at the end of my classes, I like give head massage to each of my students, and it was always like really like. Really
Oh, yeah.
It'd be hard if she got a head massage. That's her thing.
well, head massage is the best. So
Yeah.
When we're fighting and arguing, and I don't want to argue anymore, I start tickling her head.
There's like this weird thing that comes over me where I just like my brain just shuts off and then I just sink into it.
Yeah, she'd be like super pissed. I'll just be like, shh.
No, that would make
like
me
the
more
sound
mad. That would make me more mad because I'd be like, I am trying to be taken seriously here. I'm trying to have a conversation. Don't do that.
I don't know. It depends on the context. I don't really like fighting. I might give in. I might be like, okay, but only because I don't like fighting.
Yeah.
So how often are you doing classes now?
Honestly, currently I'm not teaching right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Because of
doing it
COVID?
in my no, just because I just haven't had the opening. I haven't done it. I haven't committed to it. We were actually doing it at Cassie's house for a little bit.
I did the one with you. I was sore. I was sore after, yes.
It's so much fun though.
It was
and I loved
fun.
having you there, and
Yeah, it was
Oscar
really
came
fun.
too.
Yeah, he liked it. He liked it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oscar
super
always
fun.
pops up everywhere.
He does. He does. And I wanted to go, but it was always, I only have an hour for lunch.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, I can't drive out there. And I get like, he's got the same lunch hour, but like he doesn't care nearly as much as I do, obviously. Because he would, just driving out there and then doing the class and then coming back, it was going to be a lot longer. And I was like, man.
Yeah, going to yoga is a really big commitment. It's been hard for me to go to yoga studios unless I was teaching it, just
Yeah.
because like at least I'm being paid for that block of time. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because if I'm going to go to a studio these days, like especially if I'm going to hot yoga, I have to block out like 3 hours of time.
Damn.
Because I'm going to drive there, which is going to take me half an hour to get there. And then I'm going to pour sweat the whole time I'm there. And then I'm going to drive back. And then I have to shower, obviously, because
Yeah.
I'm going to be completely sopping wet because I was doing yoga in 100 degrees.
Yeah, so is hot
Could be
yoga
a creep
like
deterrent.
in a sauna, or is it just
I mean,
like hot?
I guess
It
it's
depends
a
on the
sauna.
class.
Yeah.
It depends on the class. Like some of the hot yoga classes, it'll be like 104 and 105 degrees. P.S. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. I don't understand why you want
Yeah.
to be in a room moving around like that without breathing. We encourage breath. I mean, a lot of people do
Yeah.
really like it, but to me, I don't get it. I would teach in classrooms that were like between like 86 and 96, which was fine. It was fun. It didn't matter. 105.
That's a lot.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's like skin melting.
I love steam.
The very
Yeah.
the very first time I ever did hot yoga, like in my mind I was like, oh, this is going to be really great, and then I felt like my eyeballs were melting.
Yeah.
And I was like,
when you
I can't
breathe, even in the room. And it's not just like because of the poses. You can't breathe because everything.
It's so hot.
Yeah, it's like you're breathing in like
Fire.
wood. It's
Yeah.
like not even breath. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It just
Yeah.
feels like, what is happening? Why am I doing this? It's like when you can't move your arms because it's so thick in the room.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this?
Yes.
Not only that, but you get people in there when they sweat profusely, they also smell.
Oh my
yeah.
god!
And so, I mean,
yes.
everybody
I can
smells when they
imagine.
sweat profusely, but like you are right in front of somebody and you are seeing and feeling and smelling them at the same time. And you're just like,
There's this one girl,
No.
I swear to God, and this is so terrible, but I don't even care that I'm going to say it. Every fucking time I saw this bitch come into class, I knew it was about to get stinky. Not even because she was so smelly because she was sweaty, but because she never cleans her feet. You know this.
oh no.
It's 8:30 in the morning. How do your feet already smell like this?
For
And I'm
real.
not even trying to be like super rude. Like it literally was astonishing.
It's funky.
It's just common courtesy. If you're going to be exercising in a room
In
with
close
people,
proximity?
yes.
I'd be like, okay, class, we're starting a new practice today. Here's a wash tub. Everybody,
This is Clorox.
not to single anyone out.
That's always public stuff though. Like when we used to go to this gym, we'd
Oh.
work out, and then they had the sauna, and they had like the infrared one. I hate the
Steam
infrared
room.
one. The one that's just a dry one.
Yeah.
Fuck that. But the steam ones are awesome.
Yeah.
And I mean, well, for the dudes, it sucks because there's always the old guys that just like they're just full nude,
Hang
like,
dong.
like just standing there, like you're like
Captain
bro.
Morgan pose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like go sit down, put it away. But then when we moved to San Jose, we there was only one gym that had a wet sauna, and it was like a super ghetto gym. And we went into the wet sauna, and there was like a dude wearing like a full like suit of clothes.
Yeah, like a
Sitting in there.
flannel jacket, jeans, just sitting there on his phone.
Yeah, on his phone,
in
standing
the
right next to
sauna.
like the machine that just blows the 100 and
What?
something degree steam out. I'm like, what is happening right now? I could
And
smell
then
his
there's
jacket.
like this
you know?
giant blob of black
Yeah.
smudge molasses looking
Well.
stuff just sitting in the corner.
Ugh.
Yeah, we're like, fuck this.
Hey, but to that point, I knew a guy that used to work out with trash bags underneath his sweats because it made him sweat more.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe that's what he
But
was
that
trying to
doesn't
do.
actually make you lose weight, right? That's just water
Yeah,
weight.
that's just water.
Yeah.
You're just
Water.
dehydrating yourself, which is
Yeah.
not ideal.
No.
I mean, maybe if you're like doing something in the army and you have to weigh something, like I've known dudes like in the army who like
Right.
have to weigh a
In a
certain
certain
amount
weight class.
because of or else. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I can see doing it temporarily for that. Like
Yeah.
go ahead, dehydrate yourself so you don't have extra duty. I get it. But
Yeah.
otherwise, ugh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We're getting towards the midnight hour.
Dang.
It's a quick one.
It was a quick one.
Do you got a quickie? Do you got shout outs?
Yes. Shout out to so the tickets for Rocky Horror Picture Show just went live for the Brazos Theater. The show is going to be October 22nd, which is my birthday. October 22nd and 23rd. The show is at 10 p.m., which I know is late for some of you old fuckers, but that is traditional for Rocky Horror. So definitely get your tickets. Definitely show some support because we're working really hard on this show. Plus, it's going to be super fun. I mean, who doesn't like Rocky? I mean, I'm sure there's lots of people who don't like Rocky Horror, but you should definitely check it out.
Rocky Horror.
If you've never been, you should go. It's a lot of fun, and it's going to have me in it, so you should go.
And it's her birthday.
And it's my birthday, so show up. Show up. Bring me money. I mean, presents. I meant presents.
Nice. By the time this one comes out, we got a bunch of events. We got the Halloween ball coming up.
Yes, I just got the tickets in too.
Yay!
We're doing some really fun stuff. The tickets are little wooden coins, and each one has a number on it. So throughout the night, we're going to be giving away prizes.
Based off the
Yay!
number.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
And on October 8th, I'm going to be doing something called the Feartastic Challenge at Rogue Media.
I'm learning about this. I'm going to put it in my calendar.
What it's going to be is people will pay to get in, but they will have the opportunity to win spooky prizes if they face their fears, such as, are you strong enough to be sealed into a casket for 5 minutes? Will you hold a giant snake? Will you hug
It's like Fear Factor.
Will you hug a clown in the dark?
I will do all of those things.
know.
Give me the
Like,
prize.
I know. That's what I was thinking. I was like, just don't have an animal eyeball in there, like eating an animal eyeball. And I feel like I could do any of those things.
Well, if you guys are interested, the Feartastic Challenge will take place October 8th at Rogue Media.
Yes.
And I'm claustrophobic,
Hosted
so
by yours truly.
Yeah.
You could just do some
October
yoga
9th.
beforehand. You'll get all zenned out, and then you could go in that coffin. I got you, boo.
A lot of people think they can do it when they get in, but once that lid shuts and
Oh,
locks,
yeah.
It's dark.
you get a little
It's dark and quiet.
Claustrophobic.
claustrophobic. And
I'll just smoke a
glimpse of the future.
cigarette before I go in
I thought you were
there.
going to say, like, in there. I was like, God, that would make it worse.
Can you poke a hole for my joint, man?
I was like, I don't recommend that.
Hot box myself for 5 minutes.
Open it up. What the fuck?
She was just chilling in there. Straight chilling.
About you, love?
Yeah, and the next night, October 9th, Skellington Curiosities is actually going to be having some stuff be put in the Black Daisy downtown.
Yay!
We're doing a year-round little spooky booth in the Black Daisy.
That's so
as a
awesome.
collaboration. It's going to be fun. So we're doing a sip and shop October 9th from 6 to 9.
Sweet.
What about you, Timbrel, Mercedes, Sparkly, whatever we're going to call you?
I like it.
Timbrel Mercedes Sparkles.
Sparkles.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it. I'm just
There
going
you
to start. My birthday is November 11th.
Boom, happy
early
birthday.
That's the only thing, a date that I have to talk about or thing that I have to say. Are we doing shout outs?
Well, what if
You
somebody
can do
wants
shout-outs.
to request a tarot card reading or some yoga services?
At Love Timbrel Instagram. You could message me. That's my personal Instagram, but you could message me there. Timbrel is
Don't
pretty
creep
easy
on
to
her.
find. I know.
Yeah.
Please don't creep on me.
Don't creep her.
My boyfriend might kiss my forehead. Which isn't bad.
Do you have any shout-outs?
No. It's to
No.
Kylie.
Oh.
To Kylie. Sean, and
Nice.
Jordan. Thanks for having me, guys.
Of course.
It was
Super
fun.
It
Yeah, super
literally,
fun.
this was a manifestation of my thoughts yesterday morning, which was kind of cool.
Nice.
Manifest that shit.
Until next time. See you guys.
Bye.